Guys, a new Monster Hunter Rise update came out, and there's a ton of new armor. I'm gonna show you all the new armor that came out. So, check it out. Let's start from the top in the order that it actually unlocked. We're gonna start with Damascus. Damascus armor set came out. We're not crafting that. I just wanted to preview that. Here we go. This armor set actually comes out, is actually unlocked, I believe, when you actually, after you beat Bazelgeuse, after you beat that. Looks exactly like the armor set. Actually, it looks a little different from the armor set in the world. But, it basically has all the skills on it that, like, old world, Bagel set had. It doesn't really have, much of the skills, that the Damascus world set had. It has tremor and earplugs on the helmet, no slots. Handicraft and tremor resist. And chest piece, 1 slots. Earplugs on the arms, 2 slot on the 1. Earplugs and handicraft. Coil, 1 slot. And handicraft. And the boots. None of these armor pieces are really any good. I would say if I had to pick one, it would be the boots. Handicraft is pretty nice. It's basically 2 3 slots. But overall, this set is mediocre. Pretty much mediocre. Next up, we have Bazelgeuse. This set's really interesting, by the way. It's made specifically for Charsblade and Gunlance users. So let's go over each piece here. On the helmet, we have Artillery and Guard, and a 2 slot. Chest piece, Guard Up, and Agitator, and 2 1 slots. Hands, Guard Up, and 2 2 slots, which is pretty damn good, honestly. Coil, Load Shells, and Guard, and 2 2 slots again. And on the boots, Artillery and Guard, and a 3 slot. If I had to say the most valuable pieces are probably the boots, because they have their artillery in the slot, and probably the arms, because they have 2 2 slots. Coil's also not terrible either, but overall this is a perfect set for Gunlance users or Charsblade users, so highly recommend for sure. Next up we have Chameleos. That was up next here. Let's take a look at, oops, didn't see that. So we've got the appearance of it. You look like a clown. I don't know why you're dressed up as a clown, but here you are. A clown witch of sorts. Okay. The armor set's kind of whatever. On the head, we have Mind's Eye, Ballistics, and Evade Window. I know it seems really weird to have range perks and melee perks. Well, I mean, Mind's Eye also works for range too, but I usually use it on melee. And some 1 slots. We have a lot of skills here, by the way. A lot of skills. Chameleos Blessing, Poison Attack, Mind's Eye. Chameleos Blessing, by the way. Sometimes increase the effects of Spring Birds or Spirit Birds. Wait, that should say Spirit Birds, right? Speary Birds. Speary or Spirit? I don't know. Negate Wind Pressure. Extend duration of your poison. And negates all wind pressure, so this armor set is for poison builds. Only a 1 slot. More Chameleos Blessing, Poison Attack, Evade Window, Poison Attack, Peak Performance, more Blessing, 1 slots. So you don't really have much room for customizations. All the skills here you pretty much have to just deal with. You're not getting any crit. All you're just getting is straight poison. So if you are a fan of poison and absolutely nothing else, this is the build for you. Okay. Up next, we have Kushala. Yeah, Kushala. Now, the Kushala armor is actually, I believe that's the alpha set. This is the alpha set appearance. Okay. So, starting with the helmet here, we have Handicraft and Normal Rapid Up. Now this is the armor set that was a little weird, because like you have Handicraft, which is only on melee weapons, and you have Normal Rapid Up, which is only for range. I think the point of this armor set is you can either use it for range or melee. You don't actually, none of the skills actually go together. So 2 handicraft, not terrible. Normal wrap it up. I don't use range, so I haven't even tried it yet, so I'm not sure if it's probably decent. We have Kushala Blessing. Let's go over that. Water and ice attack up 5, 10%. Allows recovery to exceed the red portion of the health gauge. And then the 4th level is also nullifies heat damage. So I would be most interested in the first 2 levels of this skill. Diversion for if you want all the attention, especially as a range user. The hands are 2 agitator. They're okay. Again, this is probably, if you're going to make this build, you're going to want that Kushala Blessing, so keep that in mind. Handicraft and Pierce up. I don't know if range builds are doing normal and Pierce, so you may want to choose one over the other. And here on the boots, we have Pierce up and Handicraft, again with the Blessing. Not many slots, honestly. The only 2 slot is on the chest piece. You don't have room for customization. So, hopefully you like, Kushala's Blessing. Otherwise, this set bonus is just alright at best. Now, for the grand finale, Yostra. Yostra armor set. Let's see how pretty it looks first. Isn't that pretty? Okay. But this helmet is probably going to be one of those helmets that's going to be the meta helmet. 3 crit eye. 1 crit boost. This would be good enough for like Iceborne. This helmet, that's really good. You have a 1 slot. That's whatever. Crit eye Master's Touch is back, but it's a weaker version. If you haven't seen, it's only 80% chance to not trigger sharpness if you have level 3. So it's back. It's also in Deco form, but it's slightly nerfed. So you can't. It's a little harder to work with just a sliver of wide sharpness, but it's still manageable. Teostra's Blessing though is for fire and blast builds. The level 3 and level 4 of it is kind of whatever, prevents poison and negates theft. So you can honestly just go with the 2 levels and be super peachy. The hands, crit eye and crit boost, and a 2-slot. These are really, really good hands, especially with Teostra's Blessing. If you're going for blast or fire, these hands are really good. The coil as well, pretty decent with 3-slot. Teostra's Blessing. And here you have Master's Touch, Teostra's Blessing again. If I were personally going to make a build, I would use these 3 pieces here, the helmet, the hands, and the coil, for a blast or fire build. And you have the 2 pieces of the 2 levels of Blessing, which is all you need, really. A really good helmet. This set right here is going to be something really interesting to mess around with. Master's Touch is kind of whatever. I'd rather avoid it. But that crit boost, that crit eye, those slots. This is the set to make. Anyways, this is the new armor set. There's a new armor available in Riser with the new update. There's nothing else I believe that was unlocked. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was nothing else unlocked. But hope you guys enjoyed this informative video. Until next time, stop by my Twitch and see me make some awesome builds with this armor set. Until next time, bye-bye and good night.